Hello, good day everyone, and welcome to our today's mathematics online class with Mr. Michael. As you all know, I'm your mathematics teacher. I would really like us to know a bit because we were discussed last time about measurement of length, but today we are not looking at length today. We are looking at something different because as I am, for even this place I'm standing to carry me, then that place this place must be very strong. I might not be able to carry you. Why? Is it because I'm not strong? Is it because I don't have the strength? Or is it because it's you that is heavy? We'll know about that today. So today, we'll be looking at measurement of weight. Measurement of weight. What do you understand by weight? That is what matters now. Weight means how heavy a person, an object, or a material is. That is what tells us about weight. How heavy are you determines your weight. If your weight is like, no matter how small, in as much as you can cause a deflection on that scale that is used to measure the weight, you have weight. In as much as you can cause a deflection, no matter how tiny, how small it is, everything has weight. Everything matters. We know all matter is. Everything that has weight and occupies space, whether visible or invisible. In as much as when you enter here, people will feel it that someone has entered. You are a matter. You have weight. So no matter how small, your size doesn't determine your weight. Your height does not determine your weight. What matters is in weight is in build. So now we're looking at the measurement of weight. We all say that weight, or we understand that weight shows how heavy a person or an object is. So now, before we be able to know this measurement, we need to know how to convert this weight. Weight has nothing to do with kilometers. It's only when we are checking the strength of what is carrying that weight that we'll know that, okay, kilometer comes in. But for now, we are still checking of how heavy an object is, and that is what we'll discuss today. We all know that 1 kilogram weight is measured in grams, but larger weight is measured in kilograms. Sometimes when the material or the machine that is used to measure weight has more than what can be graded in grams, they convert it to kilogram. So this kilogram is the larger weight, while the gram is the smaller weight. That means that 1 kilogram is equals to 1,000 grams. Now look at this. Mr. Michael is standing here. In his mind, well, I don't know whether I'm heavy or I'm light, I don't know. It's only when I climb that scale and I cause a deflection. If the deflection is large, for example, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 100. So if my own deflection only starts from here and ends here, I have weight too, but just that is not much. But another person will start from here and come over to this side. Maybe this is, for example, let's just call it 70 grams. This person has weight than myself that weighs only 20 grams. Then there are still other people that their own deflection will start from here, run around and stop here, where we have 90. That is how weight is being checked. But some are not measured with a clock-like instrument. One of the instruments that is used to measure weight that we all might be aware of is known as the spring balance. This spring balance, once this load, we call this load, when this load is placed here, it will cause a deflection where they are going to read it. This might be 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. It doesn't matter. It might end at 50. But the scale that is given, when we talk about scale, might be that 10 grams equals to 1 kilogram. Because it's not every load that this thing can carry. So if we hang this load here and it weighs 10 kilograms, that means that load is already weighing 1 kilogram. If it weighs 10 grams here, that means it's automatically weighing 10 grams because the space is not large enough for us to graduate it to the level that it can reach to infinity. So we know that the conversion rate of what? 1 kg is equal to 1 kilogram. Now the bigger question is this. Let me leave this. If I, Mr. Michael, weighs 700 grams, comma, Sean weighs 500 grams, comma, Lotta weighs 550 grams, comma. Now, 2 questions are coming. We can make it 5, but let's start with who weighs higher? Mr. Michael weighs higher because mine is at 700 grams. Now, what is the total weight for the 3? You say, okay, 700 plus 500, plus 550 grams, all in grams. Let's add it and know the total weight. This is 0, this is 5, this is 10, 17. That means all of us weigh 1,750 grams. Now that we are weighing 1,750 grams, should we leave it here or we should convert it to kilograms? We need to convert it. Already we say that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. That means this 1,000 means 1 kg and 750 grams means 750 grams, or you can say 1.750 grams. So this is the total weight, this is the conversion. We converted it from the smaller unit to the bigger unit. I hope this is so simple enough for us. Now, another example is this. We use this to solve 2 different examples. Another example is, since 1 kg is 1,000 grams, how do we estimate this weight? Because estimating weight, that means that we need to round up. I can remember want to say that we have numbers that are under group of 1, 0 to 4, they are under group of 0. While 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, they are under group of 1s. Which means if any of these numbers ends a set of numbers, we will return this to 0. But if a given set of number ends with any of this, we will cross out this and add 1 to the next number. For example, a jar of palm oil weighs 650 grams. How do we estimate this? We all know that 650 grams is more than 500, because we say 1 kg means 1000 grams. This thing, we know that half of 1000 is 500. 650 is higher than 500. That means we will estimate it to be 1 kilogram. Even if we say a jar of palm wine, Igbo people call it kwacha, weighs 759 grams. This, the last number there is 9. That means that if we are to estimate this, or if we have to round it up to the nearest 10, this will become 760. It depends on your estimation or rounding up of numbers. If they say round it up to the nearest 10, you will take one, cross this out, add 1 to this 5, it becomes 6. That's how it becomes 760. But if we are following the conversion unit of weight, 750 is like, this is 0, this is 1000, this is this middle point, this is 500. 750 is somewhere here. So it has crossed the middle line. So we cannot return it back to 0 because it has already passed half of it. Instead of bringing it down to 0, we have to round it up to 1000. So 750 is more than half of the gram. So instead of making it a gram, we round it up to 1 kilogram. So when you place your note on the spring balance and it weighs more than half of what the conversion rate talks about, know that you are free to round it up. Round it up doesn't mean it is the exact figure. No, it means that instead of you to keep long and plenty numbers, just shorten it so that it will be easier for you to get the real fact. It is not the exact number, but it is not far from the truth. It is not far from the truth. So, but if this jar of oil weighs 459 grams, this 459 grams is not up to 500. So 459 is closer to 1 or 0 more than 1000. So it will remain as it is, 0.459 grams. Oh, sorry, kilograms. It is not up to 1 kilogram. And this 0.459 means (459 grams). That is how to estimate this. Now, we have done addition and subtraction of weight. Let's see if we can do multiplication of weight today. If 5 concrete blocks, they're up to 5, each of them weighs 200 grams or 230 grams. How much is their total weight? Sorry, what is their total weight? You know, we talk about business always, so I always talk about money. Now, what do? We will multiply this by this. If it is up to 1,000, we can convert it. Now we will say 230 grams multiplied by 5. This will give us 5 times 0 is 0. In number multiplied by 0 is 0. 5 times 3 is 15. Write 5, carry 1. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1, 11. That means we have 1,150 grams. Now we have up to 1,000 grams. So for us now, to do the next thing to do is to round it up. Sorry, to convert it from grams to kilograms. That means 150 divided by 1,000. This will be equal to, because whenever you are converting from the smaller unit to the larger unit, we divide. So, and we know that in our division of fractions or decimals, whenever a number divides another number that has 2 or 3 zeros, depending on the number of zeros, the decimal point moves. For example, if it's only 1,000, the decimal point moves 3 places to the left. That means this is where the decimal point is. Now, counting 3 times to the left, because the number of zeros, we say 1, 2, and 3. Sorry. So 1,150 grams says this 1,000 alone has given us 1 kg. Then this 150 has given us 150 grams. So that is why it gives us 1.150 kilograms. So that 1,150 divided by 1,000, this will cancel this. So the decimal point moves 2 places now to the left. That means from here 1 and 2. Decimal point ends here. That is how it gives us 1,150. The same thing that we have here. Even though if you don't even cross out the zeros, we will still have our 1,150 divided by 1,000. You see 3, 1, 2, 3. You will see end here. Still giving us the same thing. So we will divide the number of the grams by each conversion unit, which is 1,000. It will give us the value in kilograms. I believe this is so easier for us, as we all know, because we know that in our multiplication of every number, I didn't pay this. Okay, first of all, let us convert kilograms to grams. For example, four boys, number of boys are 4, have 1,200 kilogram of 1,200 kilogram of weight to carry. 4 boys. Now, these 4 boys, they say that, okay, this 1,200 kilograms of weight, one person cannot carry it, 2 people cannot carry it, 3 people cannot carry it. Since 4 of us can carry it, let us join hands. Now, that means if they carry the weight to where they are supposed to take it to, how many grams we will tell them that each of them carries? You say, okay, 1,200 grams. Sorry, grams, or you leave it in grams, divide by 4 people. This is equals to 1/4 divided by this. It gives us 300 grams. That means each person carries 300 grams. This is in grams because it is not converted to kilograms. Had it been, we say we have the weight of 1,200 kg. For us, if that divided by 4, we can say, okay, to make it straight, Let us remove the decimal point. We can convert it, all of it, to grams. So, even if we don't convert it to grams, because some people find it difficult to divide with decimal. So, even if we don't, we all will know that this 1 kg means 1000 grams, while the 200 kg means 200 grams. So, you divide this one by 4, still divide this one by 4 also, as we did earlier. 1000 divided by 4 gives us 250. While 200 divided by the same 4 people will give us 50. So you say 250 plus 50 will still give us 300 grams. That means of that weight, each person carries 300 grams of the weight. So, from what we have done so far, I know it's very simple. Because I know how long we have gone to learn this. My name is Mr. Michael. I will always try to see if I can make this thing easier and simpler for us. But if there's anything that could make us get confused about the conversion of weight, the division, the multiplication, and the addition of weight, please don't fail to ask questions. Once I receive your questions, I will answer them thoroughly. Like I said earlier, my name is Mr. Michael. Thanks for being there. Goodbye.